Welcome back to 18th Century Cooking with James Townsend and Son. Today, I'm being joined by a special guest, Michael Dragoo.
Sir, pleasure. Thank you.
In a previous episode, we talked about how adding cooking into your historical interpretation really helps when you're interacting with the public, helps increase historical knowledge and enthusiasm for historical reenacting. Today, in addition to another recipe, we're also going to be talking about another reason for adding cooking into your historical repertoire. Thanks for joining us today on 18th Century Cooking with James Townsend and Son. In addition to opening up new ways of engaging with the public, give us another reason why you think it's great to add cooking into your historical reenacting.
It's also engaging with other reenactors. I can't feed the public. There's nothing safe or sanitary about 1750s food preparation.
So what do you do with all that food?
I give it to other reenactors. You know, if I killed a kid, there'd be lots of paperwork to fill out. Reenactors are a dime a dozen. We can just get another one. We've had more unexpected relationships developed just through sharing food. You know, it's just like breaking bread at home with your friends or your relatives, your family. It's just a heartfelt thing. We bring it around, otherwise I'd have to throw it away. So whether it's a breakfasty thing or a suppery thing, we just pass it around.
And it's a great way to learn.
Oh my heavens, yes. But first of all, they all have their own ideas of what they've done like that in the past. And secondly, it's just the friendship doesn't end. It just, you'll get an email, you get a phone call. I never expected that.
So obviously this food must be very popular with the reenactors. What's the most popular dish?
One of the most popular and one of the easiest ones is a variation of your theme. You guys did milk pancakes. All we do is I make some jam and I make some whipped cream and introduce that into that pancake, and it can be served in the same manner, or you can just put it in the middle and roll them up. They're lined up with their plates for seconds. It's wonderful, and they're so easy to make.
Yeah, let's make some today.
We're gonna. The recipe I use is adapted from Maria Rundell's cookbook, A New System of Domestic Cookery. We'll start mixing together in a large bowl 2 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 whole teaspoon of ground ginger. In a separate bowl, I whisk together 1 egg and 2 1/4 cups of milk. We'll then add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Whisk together, and the resulting batter should be smooth and a little thicker than cream. If yours is too thick, just add a little more milk.
So today we're going to be cooking over brazier instead of a campfire.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you why, and it's so appropriate that you offered it at the time you did, because I got rained out of an event, and I had driven a long way and spent a lot of money on food to not have a presentation all weekend.
To have a washed out fire pit.
My fire pit had duckies in it.
Yeah.
And so I purchased one of these, and I've never looked back. I can do more than one thing at once. I can adjust where the heat is and isn't.
And you can bring it up to where it's easy to cook without bending over a fire.
And I live at home. It's better than an hibachi. I love using it at home. Right now I'm using hardwood charcoal for today. I have nice even heat with it.
Right.
But I generally am using splitting up the firewood that's offered at the different events, and I can just send it in. This thing it accepts the wood the way it's been cut. I don't have to re-split it or break it. It's just wonderful. And the beauty of this is you can be working on your pancakes on your side, and I can be preparing the jam on mine. In my pipkin, I'm going to use red raspberries and blackberries, just a combination of each. I've also used strawberries at events. That works very well. And then I'm going to have the same amount of sugar as I said. And we're just going to get this thing going. And as it heats, I'm going to mash the fruit, and then I stir constantly for maybe 4 minutes, and then I just set it aside and let it gel.
So you're trying to get this to a jam-like consistency. What thickens it up?
Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, let me just show you. You'll know when you're ready to go when you introduce a spoon into it, and it heavily sticks to the side.
Okay.
And that's exactly what's happening now. So I can pull this off.
pectin that it's
All fruit contains pectin, some more than others. Raspberries are not bad. And so I'm just going to set this aside, let it cool,
Okay.
and it'll be the consistency of the jam you're used to buying in the store.
good. So you've made the jam. You're going to make whipped cream, right here.
Yep, right now using one of your ointment jars, and I'm just going to put some butter around the edge right now. So here's our heavy whipping cream, and we're a little less than half full. And I'm just going to put this lid on top, and it seals nicely.
Okay.
I'm just going to shake it. I like the indent; it helps to hold it.
Makes it easy.
It does. I'm going to go until I don't feel the liquid moving around in there.
Yeah.
And when it's just in a kind of a sloppy state, I'm getting toward whipped cream. If I go past whipped cream and I feel a lump slopping around in there, I've got butter. It's a good thing for kids to do too. I always have kids doing this for me. I've owned 3 of these, and I can have them passed out, and they can be doing it, and it helps. I can be doing something else, and it's just something. And then they open it up and see the whipped cream. Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Last of the pancakes is done. How's that whipped cream?
Well, I think we're done. Let's look. Hang on a second.
Perfect.
Done. We're
perfect.
ready. We
Okay.
are ready. I'm
Okay,
done.
let's go. Okay, I'm ready. So
All right.
tell me, how are we going to finish these off?
Why don't you sprinkle some cinnamon and sugar over the top
Okay.
of the first one there?
Okay.
And I'm going
Crazy.
to add, yep, that's perfect. And we're just going to do a little of this action right here.
Okay, so we got cinnamon sugar and
And
jam
in this case,
and
raspberry jam and whipped cream, just in case. Just roll that up.
roll it.
Just roll her up.
Okay.
And then introduce the
Okay,
open end
yeah,
into
well.
your yap hole. Not bad. Not bad.
I could eat these. I could eat these all day, and then. If you'd like a copy of the recipe that we've done here today, make sure to check out our SavoringThePast.net cooking blog. Also, all the things you've seen here today, all these things are available on our website. If you don't have one, be sure to ask for our print catalog, where you can find hundreds of 18th and early 19th century reproduction clothing items, camping supplies, as well as cooking products. And also, be sure to visit our picture reference blog, SiftingThePast.com, where you can find all sorts of paintings and illustrations from the 16th through the early 19th centuries. I want to thank you for bringing this wonderful recipe to us
My pleasure.
today. It's been really good. I want to thank you for joining us today as we savor the flavors and the aromas of the 18th century. I could eat these all day.
Yeah. Yeah.